Hi guys, I hope you're well. It's a good start.
That's a good start.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that happened the last few days, and rest assured we have been dealing with those things here off camera. And Trisha and I have been working on what happened. And first off, I want to say that I take full responsibility for hurting Trisha'S feelings, and for some of the things that were in David's vlog, and some of the jokes that were made. And yeah, they were jokes that shouldn't have been made. They were jokes that shouldn't have gotten in the vlog. There was some older footage that got in the vlog that was me trying things, trying to be funny. And I've been down this road before. In the summer, I made a joke about our weight that really got to Trisha, and yeah, like I stopped making those jokes.
These were jokes that I had asked them to stop making before I made anything. I was like, please stop making these jokes. I'm not comfortable with them. I've asked that multiple times.
Yeah.
There's a vlog of literally me taking my clothes off because I'm so annoyed.
Yeah, and I think that the problem was that, like, the joke was initiated by David. Like, I know not to bring that up, but where I was wrong was I went along with it, and knowing that it hurt Trisha, and what I should have done is just stopped the joke and like, let's cut, let's not do this.
And I made inappropriate jokes too, but I stopped months ago because people were like, well, Trisha says the same thing, and I did. And I think early on in our relationship, like, I didn't really care. Like, those jokes didn't bother me because I didn't care as much about Jason as I do now. So, like, it didn't bother me, but it, like, bothered me a lot, like, because it felt more like a real relationship. That was it.
Yeah. And I think that in general, like the vlogs that we all make, they're very, like, kind of ball busting jokes in there, and we make those jokes and they're funny.
Which, for the record, I do think all the other jokes about me have been funny. A lot of people are like, oh, he's so misogynistic to Trisha a lot, and like most of the time I think it's funny, and I verbally said this is the only joke I don't like. And like all the other ones, I don't care. Like I think it's funny, and I got like almost think it's flattering when people are like, "Oh my God, you hooked up with so many people." Like I'm like, I don't think that's like a bad thing. I was okay with those jokes. I just said like this one is not funny just because of like it doesn't matter why, but I just said it.
And I think what's hard too is like Trisha's she's like the funniest person I know, and like she's so usually like, yeah, whatever you want to say, and that's what makes her great. So then when she does draw a line, I think we're like, oh, well, that's not what we thought. Because you never asked to take anything out. You're always like, yeah, use it, it's fine. So what happened was we did a music video on Thursday and Friday, and we got up at like 5 a.m. on Thursday, and it was a really great concept that Trisha has that hopefully you'll get to see. Are you going to put it out? Okay. And it's really great. And so we got home. I got home Thursday, and you know, like I went out with David to film that night. We went to went to UCLA. We couldn't get into any parties, whatever, normal stuff. I go around with David. I try to help him with jokes, or maybe appear in a joke or whatever, appear in a bit. And then as we were driving home, we were all ready to go. I'm like, let's go home. He was like, yeah, let's go home. And then Zane called, and there was like one more party to hit, and I was like, I don't really want to go to the party. And Tana was there at the party. Like, okay, whatever, that's great. Tana's great. And Dave was like, let's shoot with Tana really quick before we go. And I was like, okay, that's fine, whatever. So I just got in the back seat. I switched seats. I got in the back. I was sitting in the front. Tana went in the front seat, and the first thing out of David's mouth was, why don't you have a three-way with Trisha and Jason like that? And I was like, oh God. I'm like, no. I'm like, not this again. And then he made the joke, well, because Jason likes broken girls. And then he swung over to me in the back, and again, this is the same thing that I did in the summer, which was like trying to go for the joke. I mean, I can do two things there. I can make a joke, or I can go, no, stop this. And I guess my need to be funny or my desire to like make a piece of content that was funny, you know, I chose that over Trisha'S feelings.
Earlier in the week, I was in your bathroom crying over this bit that was not funny the first time that week.
I know.
And stuff I'd asked you guys repeatedly, and it's like, it wasn't funny the first time, and I was so upset. So like, the fact that you did that again, it's like, it just didn't, it's just like, and just, I've called both of them before I made the video, just seeing if there was any sort of remorse or regret, or like, I'll take down the video or something. It was just like, won't happen again, even though I've asked multiple times. It happened twice in 1 week. And you guys inviting her over, trying to make it happen again. It's just like...
I didn't invite her over.
But you knew. You said he pulled you in a private room and told you that, oh, we're going to invite her over. Why wouldn't you be like, no?
No, he said that in front of you. He had pulled me in a private room to see if he could use that piece of footage. And I was like... Anyways, what happened...
no.
I did. I did say no. So, and just really like so anyways... I guess in my mind, I was like, well, I'm not making the joke. David's making the joke. And that's between, you know, Trisha and David. And that was wrong of me. And so Friday, I went to sleep. And I meant to call David and say, do not put that Tana joke in. And, you know, David's really good about, if someone says don't put something in, he does not put it in.
Except when it comes to me. Because I've asked him multiple times.
Right. And because I think in his mind, he's like, Trisha, I know he wasn't.
I've gotten really pissed.
Yeah,
not in a joking way.
I know, and he gets it now. And you know, he shouldn't have put it in. He just didn't. He thought that it was okay, and it wasn't. And so we're super sorry, and like that's why you know, those videos were taken down, and yeah, I mean I'm so sorry, and you know that I've apologized a million times in the last 3 days, right?
No, I know.
And so then, you know, Trisha called me at 7 a.m. on Saturday, and I was like, whoa, I was super tired, and I'm like, from the last 2 days, and I was like, what? And I was groggy, and I should have, I don't know, I didn't do what I should have done. As far as the first Tana clip, that was shot months ago, and it was just like something, you know, I was trying. And yeah, I mean, and Trisha had told me like, no more jokes about that. And I was like, okay, cool. No more.
I wasn't even there when he made that joke.
You were.
No, I wasn't. In the bedroom, I was not there.
You were in the bedroom. You were in the house. And like, that's what we do. We say things all the time. Like, Trisha, the other day, Trisha and David were saying, David was saying like, oh, Jason's your bitch. And Trisha said, "Yeah, he's my bitch. He does what I said." And it was fine.
What was that?
It was just like a joke the other day. Like I'm bringing it up that like, you know, yeah, like that hurt my feelings too. But it's like that's like the culture that we're in, and like yeah. I mean, like there's just and I say horrible things to David, and so does Trisha. You've said horrible things. We both have.
But when someone says, "I'm not comfortable with this joke," which I told you both months ago. Mm-hmm. That's the issue. It's like I told you. I said any other joke you want to make about me.
I know.
Put it in.
And I wasn't making the joke, but I should have defended you. You know what I mean? Like
Anyways, I mean it's.
I get it now, and I'm sure you want to say some stuff too. So I've been talking a lot, but.
What'd you say? I'm sorry, I literally didn't hear that. What'd you say?
I said maybe you want to say some stuff too because I've been talking the whole time.
I mean, I guess I just obviously regret making like the video as a whole because like I mean I always do. I just thought like I gave David and Jason both a chance to show like a little bit of like sympathy as they do with all their other friends or guy friends and not me. Like I don't get any sympathy. If some things happen in the friend group, everyone's like, oh my God, I'm so worried about this person. But me, I was in very much distress. I group chatted both of them. I individually texted both of them. I talked with Jason. I left voice memos for David.
But he was literally he got on a plane right before, so that by the time he landed.
No, he told me he wasn't even on the plane yet. He wasn't even on the plane yet when I hulked out. And he's just like, Natalie and I were editing. She said it was okay, so sorry, won't happen again. That was his like reply, and I was like, okay, I'm in like utter
that
distress.
Was a text. I mean,
Right.
Don't say it like that.
Okay.
It wasn't. He
I'm
wasn't
reading the text.
You read it as flippant, but it wasn't necessarily flippant.
Okay, so even if he was genuine about it, oh, me and Natalie were editing. Like, sorry, it won't happen again. Like, for such a distressful thing that was literally ruining me. Like, I was on the edge, obviously, in that video. Like, I'm on the edge at this point because Jason didn't care, obviously. Like, I was like, how can you do this? Even that Tuesday, there was no sorry. I was bawling in his, like, bathroom floor, and there was, like, no sorry or anything.
But you agreed to let us use that clip.
I didn't. I said, whatever. Because he said, no, no, no. And then they kept pressuring, pushing, and pushing. And I just said, I was like, whatever. Because at that point, it's 2 a.m. And I'm just like, if you guys need to use that joke that bad, knowing that it hurts me, like, it just, I was so annoyed. And I tried to keep it together stupidly for the freaking music video that I spent all this money on. And I just was like, I really want to make this music video work. And then we had plans. Today's our anniversary. So I was like, okay, we're going to make it through this. And then we're going to make it through Valentine's Day. And to be honest, even after that, I'm like, okay, I'm going to reevaluate things because it really was weighing on me ever since Tuesday. So then to see it all happen Thursday after everything, I was like, he said, I remember him telling Jason, like, I'll just like let this go, I'll drop it. And then to see it all again, I was like, when you don't say anything, people just keep letting it happen. And it took me making this crazy video for him to delete his 2 videos that hurt me so much. I think a normal person, if someone's like, hey, can you delete the video? Jason asked me to delete the video. And I was so just like angry because no one else was like showing any remorse. And I was like, I'm like, I'll delete it if he deletes it. And that's why the videos were taken down.
But I mean, like, you didn't have to make that video. You could have just called David and be like, take it down. Take these videos down. I mean, it's just very drastic.
I think just an apology would have been good from him. Just being like, I'm like a genuine calling me. I was so upset. I've texted him so much.
I mean, he was on a plane.
He wasn't yet. He's like, I'm about to board a plane. And I was like, okay, but I'm like really upset.
You should have waited until he landed and then been like,
I mean we have an hour. We have an hour of text conversations before he took off. Like, it was an hour. I can show you right now. We texted for about like
if I was in that situation, the situation that you're in, and he had put something in that I didn't want, I would have been like, okay, I would have waited till he landed and been like, you have to take that down. And he would have.
It wasn't about that. It was about none of you having any remorse. You didn't say sorry to me. He didn't say sorry. No one had any sort of like, oh wow, yeah, that was fucked up. Like, it took me doing the video to be like, I'm so sorry.
But
like,
why do you have to ruin everyone's life?
I didn't. I ruined everyone's life. I replied to videos out there about me and yours relationship, about you wanting to Tana.
But
I made a reply.
True. I've told you a million times, like, it's just not true.
I started to not know because I wasn't even there for when you and Tana were hanging out, and I wasn't even there. I'm like, maybe this isn't a joke. That he was, the fact that he was just trying to make it happen.
So many times, like, it's a joke that he just kept making. Because, like, that's what that's what he does. Like, he'll say to my mom, like, oh, like, how many years do you have left to live?
The video was David being a horrible human being because I've asked him repeatedly not to. That was what the video about. It wasn't about, like, you wanting to have a threesome. It was just about this, like, joke.
But it was about that. Like, you called me a creep in the video. You said all these things that weren't true.
Because I was shocked. I was shocked at your reaction.
You said things about my ex-wife. I mean, like, it was too much.
And I told you that.
Or just keep it about me and David. But don't, like, bring all these other people into it.
The only person I regret talking about besides you and David is your ex-wife. I shouldn't have talked about her, and I don't know her. We've never met, so it's not like I can just say this to her face and go to her or, like, email her. I don't know any of her information. Like, I mean, I shouldn't have brought it up. I felt really bad. Obviously, I just, like, that I regret. That's the only other thing I regret. Everything else I don't regret. Because what I said is just a reply to everyone can put videos out about me, but I can't put a video out about anybody and how I feel. Like,
but like your willingness to, like, we've been so good the last few months.
I know, and then to see you out and make that joke. I let it go once and it happens again.
I didn't make the joke. It was a joke. I was.
And when you didn't decide to leave, knowing that it hurt me so much on Tuesday when you saw Tana, you thought, oh, this is probably a good situation for me to be in at a college party with all these young girls in the car. Like, I know this Trish up, but let me just do this again.
But don't say it like that. Like, when I go out with him, like, it's like as if David has a TV show and I'm his producer.
I know.
Like, I'm not like that. Like,
I know.
I'm not. I just don't understand how you know that I'm not like that.
I just don't understand how you just, like...
How can you not give me the benefit of the doubt?
I do, but I'm just saying the blatant disregard of how I felt about it. Like, no one seemed to care, and it happened repeatedly now. It was like the second time it happened. I was like, okay, you guys are gonna put that in? Okay, fine, but now...
Not you guys. I didn't put it in.
But you went along with it, the joke.
No, knowing that, like, not thinking that it would go to air... Not thinking that it would be posted. Like,
you know David posts all that shit.
He doesn't. He's, like, really good about that. There's so many things that, like, he won't put in. Like, I never in my wildest dreams thought he would put that in. And he messed up. But like, he's like a really good person. You know, you love
I don't know. Him. He literally puts everyone else's like feelings before mine. Like, he cuts everyone else out but mine. And even when I text him, he's usually pretty good at like trying to explain himself or something, and it just like just his blatant disregard for it. I was just like, wow, that's crazy to be like, well, we thought it was okay. I was like, what? I'm telling you how I feel. Like, I just was like shocked by it, and I don't think he's like a monster. I don't think he's like Ted Bundy, like a serial killer. But I was just like, obviously these people, him, I guess I should say just David, I just felt like just didn't care about how I felt. And then you, my own boyfriend, like literally the same thing. You're like, I'm tired, you woke me up, and like, fine, do whatever you want. Like, I'm done with this. You always say that. And then I thought, well, if this is it, this is it.
Well, when someone calls you, when your girlfriend calls you, you know, and says like, I'm posting a video, it's like, what? I
wasn't saying it in that tone. I said, well, I'm gonna have to make a video response to this. I said exactly that.
Yeah, and you like to be in a relationship where someone threatens that without like being able to talk it out. You said you did not want to talk to me. It was 7 a.m. I said we'll talk about it later. Like you know, and it's also like, you've made jokes about having sex with David.
And I stopped months ago when you told me. I even asked you, said, does it make you uncomfortable? You're like, no, it's fine. You even said that on the podcast. You're like, it's fine, it doesn't bother me. But I know it does, so I stopped. And I haven't made jokes probably since last year about it. There was not any recent jokes about it, because I know it bothers you, even though you said it doesn't. So I stopped. Those are wrong. I mean, I just think it was a different relationship. We had such a different relationship, like. But it's not fair that you guys can make videos and then you can go out by your guys' selves and make threesome jokes without me, but like I can't do a video without you guys, like in your guys' consent.
But I didn't make the joke, and I
told you. I even told you Saturday. I'm not even mad at you. I'm kind of mad that you went along with it. I said I am. My issue was with David not respecting my wishes.
But then why call me a creep in the video? Why say that like I do all these horrible things? I told you I was sorry. And I'm like a bad dad, like.
Well, I mean, you know. Do you want to go into all this right here?
No, but you know I'm not a bad dad.
I didn't say you were a bad dad. I didn't say you were a bad dad at all.
You said I had my kids in a place.
Well, you're gonna have to cut this out, because this is not what I said. What I said was your ex-wife was okay letting you live in a place where you have a single guy that brings girls and guys passed out and all this stuff over, but not living with me. That's what I said. I didn't say you were a bad dad. I said, like, how is that? I was like, how is that okay to live with?
But then why? But why even bring that up? Like, that's
because at that point you didn't care, and so neither did I.
It's just like an overreaction. Like just talk it out with us before you go and put it on the internet.
I've tried. I mean, I apologize. I do apologize for saying that personal stuff, and I've said this to you. Like, if I could go back, I wouldn't have even made the video, because it's like not worth losing you over it.
Not. Like, it's not worth the relationship we had. Just posting that video was like,
I know,
it's just too much. Like, we're sorry. Like, I can't speak for it. He's sorry, but like I'm so sorry that like those jokes got in, but I didn't intend for them to get in.
And they did, and I'm so sorry about my video and what happened, but I truly didn't intend for it to be like that serious. Like, I made it thinking like, okay, I'm just gonna talk about David, and I even told you that. I'm like, I said I wasn't even like really that upset with you. I was like, more upset with David that he like let that in, because I heard you say no to him from using the clip, and so I really was upset with him, and so that's why I made it. But it's like, if I knew it was gonna cause like, because you've done these videos and it makes me upset, and I'm always like, okay, fine, it's okay, I'll still like work it out. Like the ones about Tana and stuff like that, and I was like, it's okay.
I haven't had anything about Tana in my vlogs.
No, I'm saying this week, you know, I was like so upset, but I still was like, okay, I'm gonna just like get over it. And I thought like the same thing. I was like, okay, we'll just get over this. You know what I mean?
But I don't ever put anything about Tana in my vlogs.
But you said it. You literally were like, there's that clip over and over of you just being like, David, I will buy you a Ferrari if you can get Tana to have sex with us. Like
it's just a bit from months ago that after it was done, I was like, you cannot put that in. We were just trying something.
I mean, I don't know what else to say other than like,
I mean, it's just a joke. Like, it's just not true. None of it. Like, I'm not interested in that at all. I mean, you know that.
Yeah, but it's a joke that other people don't know. Everyone thinks everything in David's vlogs is real.
That's fair.
And it's like, I look like this person who's like, Jason's the best thing that ever happened to me. He's so loyal. And I mean, meanwhile, people are like, yeah, he's a scumbag. Like, trying to get Tana to have sex with him and stuff. It's like, it just didn't look right. And
like, I can't, like, you know, I have like penis problems. Like, it's not even anything. Like, Like, I couldn't even do it if I wanted to. It's just not that way.
I know, but it just was like, you obviously didn't care. Like, it just felt like like nobody treats it as a real relationship. Like, don't even bring up him or any of his relationships or any other person in your guys' friend group's relationships. And I said, you can talk about our relationship all you want. I said, just please don't make this joke.
Okay.
And now everything up. And it's just like, it just
It's okay. Okay. Well, to recap, I'm really sorry to Trisha. It was a mistake, a big mistake, and it won't happen again.
And I am sorry for putting out the video, but I'm mostly sorry to like people in your private life that I put on like blast. I'm sorry. I don't think those things. I don't want to make it worse by talking about it more, but I'm really like, that's one thing. Like, I don't regret much, but I regret that, and I'm like really sorry about that.
Anyways, we're super sorry, and you know, Trisha's feelings got hurt, and that was like, you know, I should have stood up for her, but like none of those jokes, like, they're just jokes.
But they're not to me.
Okay, it's the same thing where if you say you want to have sex with David.
But I told you they bother me. You say there's stuff on you on the podcast.
Of course it bothers me.
And I stopped. I stopped months ago. I
stopped too.
But it was just this past week that they were in the vlogs.
But I didn't put them in the vlogs. It's not me.
So that's why I said David was a horrible person, not you.
There was a line of communication. This is our relationship, but there was a line of communication that, like, we failed to get to David. And he's not in our relationship, so he doesn't know.
Just, you should say no. You know how it affected me. You know I was crying the day the vlog came out in your bathroom. Like, you should just be like, absolutely. That even when he called you, you said no. And then you're like, okay? Like,
you said okay.
I didn't. And you know, I rolled over and I'm like, whatever. And you know. I didn't even know what the clip was because I didn't even see it. I didn't even know what the clip was. And had I known it was like that.
Okay, well, that's basically, I guess, all we have to say. I'm sorry. Sorry to Trisha. Sorry those jokes, like, really hurt her. Sorry that stuff appeared in the vlog. All I can say is, you know, I'm going to do better. I can't speak for anyone else. And I know that I'm going to do better. I'll do better. I'll be more sensitive about what gets in. Like, you know, it's just super hard because I didn't put them in. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it was like just a miscommunication to David of how much those jokes bothered you.
I mean, me taking off my clothes, I don't think it's a miscommunication where I'm like, this is not funny. Like, and I was pissed that day.
I got it. And again, I didn't make that joke that day. Like, I didn't. I just sat there. Like,
I know, but when Tana came over, we should have just left. When Tana's around, just leave because
Yeah, you're right.
It's not Tana's fault. But David makes those jokes, and David was trying to get us into a room with your shirt off and making out with Tana. It's like all this stuff.
I knew none of that would happen.
I know, but to even have her come over is just like, that's why I pretended to sleep.
I just figured we'd get a different bit with her. That's all I thought. I was like, oh, we'll make some other bit with her. Huh. I mean,
okay.
you're not giving me the benefit of the doubt at all.
No, I am, Jason. Like, this is just so hard. It's like,
I am sorry.
I know, and
I
I'm
know
sorry,
you're sorry
too.
I know.
So it's just like, it's just so frustrating. I'm sorry.
I know. I know you're hurt, and I know you're hurt, and we're all hurt. We're all hurting. It sucks, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry your feelings got hurt. I really am. If I could take back those jokes, I would have. It's just they just got in, and I wasn't caring about your feelings. I was careless. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. I'm sorry I made that video. I don't know what the solution is. And I don't know what the solution is.
Yeah. Alright guys, thank you for watching the video. Thanks for caring at all about us. And I hope you guys can understand, like, you know, hope you can forgive me for hurting Trisha'S feelings. And I hope that you can know that Trisha'S sorry too, and that's it. Okay. We'll see you tomorrow with a Smash or Pass video that Trisha and I are going to do.
Oh my god, that's like the worst reference you can make right now. We're going to do a video on who you want to smash?
No, who you want to smash.
Okay. Jesus.
Just jokes.
Okay. That was funny.
Was it?
I think.
Or was it not?
I don't know.
Well, you tell me. How insensitive of Jason to make a Smash or Pass joke during this video.
I don't think you're a creep.
Thank you. It's also really hard because it's like you go for these jokes that are like Jason's old, like it's, you know, as much as it hurts, like it's funny. My body is shutting down.
I was like, the fat jokes you make though.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about like other people who make jokes about me. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. Say what you're gonna say.
Yeah, but if you don't tell people they bother you, then they just think it's just a joke. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of, like, you know what I mean?
I know, but that's
like certain things bother me. Like people joking about me like having STDs because I had them. I mean, it does bother me. It doesn't.
I
bother
never
me.
make those jokes.
But it doesn't bother me to the extent of like.
It's not funny to me. Yeah, I know. I think too, like, we think of you as so strong and so unflappable, so that, like...
Does this look like a strong face to you? I always am crying and upset about something.
Yeah, alone in your house.
Or on YouTube.
On YouTube, yeah, making a video. But, like, you're so, like, I don't care.
I don't usually.
You are like that, which is good. Like, it's impressive. Like, you are so strong and like such a strong woman. I feel like strong person, and I feel like in our minds, or I can only speak for myself, I don't want to speak for David, but like in my mind, I'm like, oh, she's so tough.
But the cheating thing is never. I told you, it's always the humiliation.
But that's your past of like having boyfriends that cheated on you.
I don't like the jokes in general. Like if you what?
But I mean, like, you can't. It's hard when you're like. You make jokes about cheating, but I can't.
I haven't in months.
Okay, but you have.
I have.
Yeah, but like,
it doesn't bother you.
We've done things about like Jason Momoa, you know, like on how sexy he is. Like,
I never made a vlog with Jason Momoa, like going on a date with Jason Momoa. I tried to kiss him, but he pulled away.
That was before I knew you, and that was a bit.
Do you see? It's so if you were to say I want to Upton so bad, I'd be like, oh, do it. Like I even said that in a vlog. I'm like, go ahead, go make out with her because it's never gonna happen.
Right.
So it's so different to be like, oh, we talk about you having sex. Every girl wants.
But like no, but like you've you know you've done it to Zayn, you've done it to David. So that's
before
why
we were even dating.
We were dating. There's literally video of you like, asked in vain to go in like the other room.
That was before we started dating.
No, we were dating.
We weren't in Hawaii yet. We just got those pineapple sunglasses to go to Hawaii, so we hadn't even been dating.
Oh, okay.
This is our 1 year
So
anniversary.
it's convenient for you to say when...
anniversary. Do you want to open your presents?
It's convenient for you to say we were dating, but when she goes, we've been dating for we've known each other for 2 years, and you haven't moved in with me yet. See, you make it convenient when you want to make a point.
That's a whole other story if you want to talk about that. We live together. Combined, we pay over $20,000 in rent, and it's like
don't tell them that.
we literally are like at each other's house every night. He has to drive me back to get something, then he has to drive back to his house to get something, and then he has to go here. It's like it's so stupid. We're both paying $20,000 when it's like. And it's just like that's why I don't feel like this is a real relationship sometimes to you, because I'm like, oh my god, like you make these jokes as if we're like characters, and then we're not even living together. I'm like, maybe he doesn't care. Maybe this isn't a relationship to him.
Because every time I want to live with you, you do something that I'm like, I don't want this in my life.
It's something about you being like, I want to someone else, or it's another relationship thing.
Oh my god, I don't. It's like literally that's your past where your boyfriend cheated on you that you're transferring on me.
No, other people have said if my boyfriend said he wanted to f somebody else, I would be pissed too.
Okay, and if my girlfriend said the same thing, I would be pissed too. We are in a business of making jokes.
I told you it bothers me. You say it doesn't bother you, but
and I stopped, and I didn't put any of those jokes in my vlog.
I know.
We just didn't communicate it with David properly.
Okay, but that's the lie. That's the lie, because I have on literally 3 occasions that I can remember so vividly.
I didn't.
Yeah, you can't say no. You did say no to him. You did say no lots of times to him, and he still put that in. And he had a call to ask knowing it's wrong, and you're like, no way. So we communicated it properly. It wasn't a miscommunication.
But it was a mistake, and we are sorry. So can we move on?
I want to move on. I've said this to you. I want to move on. And okay. I'm fine not. I said this too. I'm like, I'm obviously fine. I don't need to. I shouldn't have even been filming with you guys anyways. That's your thing. It's like, it's kind of when they say like you shouldn't work with like the person you're in a relationship with. Like, I feel like that's it. Like, you guys have your own thing. And I don't care. Like I said to you, I don't care. Go out to colleges, hang around these young Instagram models. Like, Instagram models are at your house with like blankets. I don't care. Hey, Annie, I'm trying to tell you something.
Instagram models are at my house.
Oh, you know the ones with the blanket. They have your mom's blanket over you.
They were there once.
Okay,
and they're great. I mean, they're nice. I mean, like my mother was there. We were like making wings. Like,
can you listen?
But don't frame it like that. Don't go on here and be like, Jason has Instagram models at his house.
When you go out to college parties, can I say that?
Go ahead.
Okay, when you go out to college parties, like, I don't care. It was like, you're like, okay, I won't go to college parties anymore. You told me that Saturday, and I was like, but I don't even care about that. Like, I do trust you. It's not about a trust thing. It's like I've asked you guys repeatedly to not make this one joke that really deeply affects me, like really throws me off. And like, that's the one thing. I know I trust you. It's nothing about that. And you can go and vlog everything. And I just like, just please don't make out with other girls and don't, that's it. That's all I've asked. That's like the only restrictions I've ever put on you.
Okay, that's fine. And I don't.
I know.
mean, like, but
well, that's what I'm saying.
Don't frame me like that.
I'm not. I'm sorry if that came across that way. I'm saying you guys hang out with all these young, pretty girls, and like
I don't hang out with them.
Well, your filming group does, and it's okay.
But like literally, they've had so many parties. Like, I don't even go. I'm with you. How many nights have we like? They're having parties, and we're with each other. Like literally, I didn't even go to Zane's party, his big party.
Well,
because I feel like I don't fit in.
You said you weren't invited, because I asked him, like, you were invited?
I was invited to David's house. Of course I was.
But
of course you were too. Yeah, but that was like a dinner he had. That was like a certain number of
anyway,
slots.
what I'm saying,
I love Zane. We love Zane. We love Zane. We love Zane. No one cares about that.
You can go to those things by yourself. I don't need to go with you. Like, that's fine. I don't care. I don't care is what I'm saying. I'm not trying to make you look bad. I'm saying like that. People always try and paint me as like really insecure. I'm actually very secure with our relationship. It's just like those things when like my friends and family sees it, and I'm saying Jason's so wonderful. Like, I love him because he never cheats on me, which I tell everybody. And it's like, but those are showing. People don't get that that's a vlog or a bit. It's like it looks disrespectful to me.
Sure, I get that.
Okay, but everything else, I don't care. Like, go hang out with whoever you want. I don't care.
This is so stupid. It's like not even.
But I'm saying, go, that's your job, and I'm, okay, this was my solution to it, is like, I don't need to be filming, is what I'm saying. I don't need to be around you guys filming. Like, that's your job, that was your gig before I met you, like, keep doing that, and I don't need to be. I told you, too, that I'm happy to just be with you and not even film. Like, if it's like, I mean, I love filming with you, so it'd be really sad, but I'm just saying, like, I want to just be with you. I'm sorry. I'm like crazy and I'll like, I don't know. I just go. But I'm not crazy.